Well, hello everybody. How's everyone doing? Today we're going to talk about story time. Story time. He never showed up. Okay, there's one day this dude decided to go out to meet this other dude that he wanted to go out and meet. They went out to meet, and he was sitting there waiting for him at the coffee shop. He kept looking at his phone, and he was waiting for a text from him. And with about like 10, 15 minutes, he looked at his phone again, and he was waiting for him to show up, and he never showed up. So he decided to call him, and he said, "Hey, are you on your way?" And he said, "Yeah, I'm just running a little bit late, but I'll be there in a few minutes." And he says, "Okay, so I'll see you in a few minutes." So he hung up, and after a few minutes, he was staying there, and he would he'd wait for him to get there, and he would just sit there, and he'd wait and look at his phone again, and kept looking at his phone, and kept looking at his phone again, and he would check his phone to see if he had any text or messages or so forth and so on like that. Then he would just wait and sit there for him. He'd wait for him, and then after a while, he'd finally show up. He'd come in the coffee shop, and the one dude would say, "Hey, I've waited for you. Where were you?" He says, "Well, I had a couple of things I had to do," and stuff like that. I said, "We were supposed to be here about like 10 minutes ago, 10, 15 minutes ago." He says, "Well, I was running a little bit late." So he finally sat down at the coffee shop, and they decided to wait. I mean, they decided to wait and get their coffee. So after about 5 minutes, they sat there and had coffee together. They talked, and they had a good time. They talked about stuff, and then he said, "Hey, would you like to hang out in my house later on?" He's like, "Sure, I'd love to." So they talked about stuff like that, and then he said, "Would you like to go out and eat at the restaurant?" He said, "Sure, let's go out and get something to eat." So within 5 minutes later, they'd show up at the restaurant. Then they'd show up at the restaurant, have some dinner, they'd eat, and they'd talk, and they'd have a conversation, they'd have a drink or whatever, tea or coffee or whatever they had. But they had a nice meal, and I don't know what they had, if they had something good. But after that, they wanted to hang out at his house, and and they said, "Would you like to go?" He said to him, "Would you like to go out and see a movie?" He says, "Well, I have some movies here." And so they pick a movie out, and they pick a movie to watch at home. So they would do that. So they sat at home, and they watched the movie, and the movie was like really great, and he ended up hanging out at his house. He ended up staying at his house, staying over, but there was no sex involved, so don't worry about that. Okay, so but he hung out at his house. He asked him if he'd like to sleep in his bed, but actually, the one went to his bed, and he ended up sleeping on the couch, which was good because they slept in 2 separate rooms, which is really great. So by morning, he woke up, and he looked over. He was like, "How did you get in my bed? I thought you slept on the couch." He's like, "Well, I slept on the couch, and I woke up, I did some stuff, and so I made him into bed." And he said to him, "You're not naked under the covers, are you?" He's like, "Put the covers up." I'm like, "No, I'm not naked. So I have my underwear on." So, says, "You don't have a boner, do you?" "No. I didn't know that." "No, I didn't know that." Says, "Well, good." Well, then after a couple minutes, he gets out of bed and says, "Well, I better get home because I got stuff to do." So then he left, And he's like, wow, that was actually really awesome. So that was a story on He Didn't Show Up. So if you've liked this story, please comment below. I'm gonna try to get another story time for you guys tomorrow. I'm gonna try to do these every Thursday and Friday. I'll do my regular video on Tuesday, but I'll do my story time Thursday and Friday. So if you guys are enjoying my story times, please give this a thumbs up for this page, because that really helped me out. So if you guys want more story times, please do. But like I said, I'll do my regular video on Tuesday, then Thursday and Friday I'll try to fit my story time in. If you guys want a story topic, please let me know down in the comments below. Because I have another story time for you guys tomorrow. But if you guys have a interesting story time that you'd like me to do, please comment below. Because if you have a story time subject that you'd like me to use from you guys, that would really help me out. So subscribe to this channel, like my page, thumbs up from my page, because it always helps. And if you also didn't know, I do YouTube videos every Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. Sometimes I'll do a random video on a different day, maybe a Wednesday or maybe a Saturday. But other than that, I usually just do them Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. So let's see if we get this video up to 1,000 likes, because that'll be really wonderful for you guys. So if you're not following my social media, which is Twitter, Tumblr, and Facebook, please do so. That's also down in the box down below, down in the description box. Still getting over 900 followers. And if some of you guys out there are not following me on Twitter, please do, because that really helps me out a lot. So I will see you guys tomorrow with another video. And don't forget, St. Patrick's Day is coming up next week. So get ready for that. I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a wonderful day.